Hi everyone, so we're going to be learning how to use different styles of colors. For example, like we have here the red, gray, and black colors, and just so how we can use these colors over and over again instead of having to remember the hex code in multiple different areas. We can use it in a global variable and then reuse it in the CSS file. So we're going to look into this right now. So I'm just going to create a brand new project on my desktop. Hi everyone. So it looks like once you if you've upgraded to Next.js 13, it actually automatically sets up the root primary colors and other stylizing. So if you have not gone this setup yet, maybe you're on Next.js 12, so you just need to upgrade Next.js, and usually that shows up here in the terminal down below. It'll tell you to, it'll ask you if you want to upgrade. And what we want to do here inside the 2:, and the root, there after the curly brace bracket inside here, you can see here that we have a bunch of stylizing and it has these dashes. So these dashes are pre-made or predefined styles that can be reused. And this is something that's great if you have like specific fonts you want to reuse, specific colors or fonts, font sizes, etc. So what we can actually do here as well is we can set up our own colors. Let's say I want to set up a few colors here inside the root of the globals.css file in the styles. So what we can do here is we have to follow the same formatting with the dash dash, and then we can put dark red, and let's just put so what we have here is I have a predefined colors already. So instead of always having to write these letters or numbers for the hex codes over and over again, we can just set it up once. And then now we have these variables. These are variables in CSS that we can reuse and call over and over again. So right here we have dark red, white, gray, and black. And let me just save this, and I will just see what it looks like first when I run this on in the local host. So npm run dev. So we are in port 3001. And what we have here is we have the upgraded version of Next 13, so it looks like it just recently updated after Christmas. So that's totally fine. Like all the other videos will do exactly the same thing. But for Next.js 13, this is just the default template that we have to work with. And right now this is just automatically set up. We're not using our colors yet that we set up yet because we have to actually call those variables. But let's go back to our code and let's start working with the variables that we set up. So what we want to do now that we have these colors set up here, the variable names, we want to call them down here. Let's say we want to change something, like one of these background colors, or maybe just colors. That's the body. So let me actually take a look at if I take a look at this and I inspect it, if I inspect these are H2, okay. So let me actually go into the index.js page. So we see we have H2. Okay, so what we can do is, let's say we want to call or change the colors of the H2 headings, and I'm going to go back to the global, and in here I'm just going to say H2, and I'm going to set a color which will change the text color. And in order to change the colors, we can use our predefined colors, which is using the var keyword built-in method, and then let's do dash dash, and we can see here that we have let's actually do, so it looks like it wants us to do RGB. Okay, so it looks like Next.js 13 might be slightly different. I'm going to try it this way first, and then I'll see what happens. So dark red, dash dash, dark red, and I'm just going to save it right here. And I will go back to our code online here. And it looks like it does work. So it's exactly the same format as how it was for Next.js 12. You can see here that the H2 headings have been changed to that dark red color, and we know that it's working now. So what we can also do here is, let's say if we go to index.js and we have, okay, we could say, since these are the A tags that are encompassing everything, let's say on hover on the A tags it does a different color. So it looks like it's already doing this, but let me just see if there is something already set up here. Alright, so what we can do now, since it doesn't have it, let's just say A on hover. We want to do a var or color or background color. We want to set that to a the gray color. So we have to call a var keyword, and then we'll do gray. Save that. So on hover, when we go over any of those links, we should get a dark gray background color. So let me refresh the page here. So it's a little bit hard to tell. Let me just try changing it to a black color. So I will just do black, save it. So let me inspect this. Okay, so it looks like it should be working, but it's not working on the desktop. So it must be overridden by the background color from somewhere else, like on the body or something. Let me just take a look here. Okay, so it looks like it's because of this hover already on a dot card. It's causing these overridden issues. So what we need to do, if we want to change it, let's try doing this. I'll change the background for this to var dash dash black. I'll just put gray. Save it, and I'm gonna refresh the page here. And I'll have to close that. Alright, so it does work. It looks like it was just being overridden from already pre-made styles. But you can see here, just by using that var keyword, we can reuse these colors over and over again on different tags on our web app. So this is the great thing about using these var keywords. We have all the styles that are set up in our global.css. And you can see here that Next.js does a really nice job of already presetting it up compared to Next.js 12. There was actually a lot of stuff that we had to manually do, and it was not set up in the root, which is actually really nice. And what we had to usually do is then import it here in the underscore app.js, but because it's already set up here in the styles / globals.css, this is already importing everything from here, which contains all of our global styles right here, and we can use it on any of our pages. This means even any of our preset home.module.css files. So these home.css files are actually just already being used in the index.js, the main file, because these are predefined styles on a specific page. And you can see here that here in the index or the home page, it's importing that style just for the home page, which is home.module.css. So if we had another page, which is, let's say we have another page which is about.js, and if we just set up the default template, which is and we could just set up a style here, a new file, and call this about.module.css. And what we could do here is we can set up predefined styles. We can set up predefined styles just for the about page. So let's say we have something here in the about page. I could just take some of this code from the index – and then just fix it up here. So I'm just taking the code from the index and putting it in the about page so we have a template. And what I'll do is I'm just going to delete some of this stuff just so I could start using it. And what I could do is now I have the default template for the about page. You can see here that we have styles.main. This is just for the main area, and I could say something like this is the main area. I could save it. And what I could also do here at the top is I could import. It's the exact same way as the index.js. What we're doing here is we're just importing the specific style for the specific page. So we're importing styles from, and then the styles folder, and then we're going to call about.module.css. So let's go to about. So import styles from, and then we'll put the 2 dots because 2 dots means go back from where we are in about. About.js is in pages, so we go back 1 level directory, and now we're in the root directory. And then we're going to go into the styles, and then we're going to open up about.module.css. And here we can see that we have styles.main. And what .main is, it's a specific style. So if we go first to the page, the about page, we can see what it looks like. So here we could go / about. And says head is not defined. Okay, so we have to import these little things. If we have these specific things at the top which are capitalized, it means it's something special. So we need to import head from next head and save that right there. And now we'll go back to our page. And you can see it says this is the main area, and it has all these lines because we will have to fix that later. But let's first just set up the background in about. And you can see here in the home.module.css, it has like a specific style. I could copy that from home and put it in about. And just so I could give you guys a little bit of understanding of what's going on, let me first just make the background color to be that dark red. And I have put the var keyword, of course, var, and then in the brackets, dark red. These are just the regular rounded brackets. Save it. And you can see right here, we have a red background in the main area, and it has that text that we want. So this is how we go about using these var keywords, even in other pages that we set up. It's just a lot simpler to import what we need on specific pages, or we can use the globals to just add the colors to everywhere, and then we can use it on individual pages as we need it. But of course, you can always change and make specific styles per page if you want as well, just by creating your own whatever page it's called, and then .module and .css.